Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Tier 7 monster tank, the Revenant Kraft's Panther, which you can get yourself for free if you're completing the Monster Hunter Ops. Now remember, you can only choose one, so that's why we're doing all these reviews, so that you guys choose wisely, and maybe some of you will buy it. So let's go over the price right now. Exactly how much is the Revenant Kraft's Panther if you decide to buy it by itself? Why, it is, in fact, a nice, cheap... What? Where did it go? Ah, there it is. 4,600 gold. So, if you wish to buy this tank with your money, that's how much you have to fork over, is 4,600 gold. Now, this tank is most comparable to, of course, the Panther. However, when this tank first came out, it had 55-kilometer top speed, which it still does. However, the Panther only had a 48-kilometer-an-hour top speed, which is what made this tank a little bit more special than the Panther. This tank had a worse engine than the Panther, but it went faster in a straight line. That has all changed, and we will get into that when we compare these two vehicles. And I recommend a gun rammer, optics, and then your choice of vents or enhanced gun lane drive, because this tank has a 2.5 seconds aim time, which is ridiculous on a gun like this. So keep that in mind as well. 700 horsepower isn't the greatest for a tank this big, but hey, let's get into the actual stats now. Right away, comparing the Revenant Kraft's Panther to the Panther, you're going to see a lot of red on the left side. And whenever I state a stat, it is going to be from the Kraft's Panther, unless I directly say the Panther. So this way you don't get confused, okay? Hit points, you have 70 less on the Kraft's Panther than you do the Panther. You have a worse turret, and you have a worse weight. You're lighter, which sometimes isn't a bad thing, but in this case it kind of is, and we'll get to that later. The DPM is the same because the rate of fire is the same, the reload is the same. It's the same gun, nothing changes, except you have a 2.5 seconds aim time instead of a 2.3. You both have 0.32 accuracy, which is phenomenal. The Kraft's Panther is actually a little bit more accurate on the move when it's not turning its gun, but as soon as you start turning your gun, the Panther is going to be a little bit more accurate by 0.02. If you add all these up, the Panther is going to be just a touch more accurate. And the Panther is also more accurate after firing a shot. But because this isn't the longest reload, I don't really think that comes into play. We'll see that in the replay, though. Your penetration is 198 millimeters on your standard AP and 244 on your premium. And because it's APCR, it has a larger drop-off, meaning over 500 meters, you're going to be penning things with 204 millimeters of penetration. You drop 40 millimeters. And it's the same exact thing over on the Panther. Your HE shells are 38 with 175 alpha. And I didn't mention your alpha on your APCR and AP are 135. So very low. But that penetration is phenomenal. You can deal with tier 9s with standard rounds in this thing. So that's really good. And this is where the Kraft's Panther used to be better. The Kraft's Panther goes 55 kilometers an hour. The regular Panther goes 55. It used to be the Panther used to go 48 with a 19.6 horsepower engine. Now it goes 55 with a 19.6 horsepower engine. Therefore, the Panther is a much more mobile tank because it has over 3 horsepower per ton more than the Kraft's Panther. They have the same terrain resistances, though the Kraft's Panther can turn at 2 degrees faster, and its turret turns 12 degrees. 2 degrees to 12 degrees. 12 degrees faster than the Panther. That's really good. They both have minus 8 degrees of gun depression, which is great. They used to only have, I think, 6, and then they got 8 over the sides, and now they get, I think, 8 pretty much everywhere, so that's pretty good. The Kraft's Panther has 360 meters view range compared to the 380, but it does have better camo rating, but that's because of the camouflage already applied to the tank. If you add camo to the Panther, it will be exactly the same, because adding camouflage to a medium tank adds 3%, and you will see that the camouflage of the Kraft's Panther is exactly 3% higher than the Panther. So there's no difference in camouflage once you add camo, and that's about it. That is the tank in a nutshell. One more thing we need to mention is the tank makes 156% credits. And it also earns 120% experience, which I think is this... No, it was 25%, wasn't it? 125 on the Lycan. So you make a little bit less experience than the Lycan, but you make much more silver than the Lycan. In fact, this is one of the better money makers on this list that we will be looking at. However, I don't quite think it is quite worth getting for public matches because the Panther is just better than this thing in almost every single way. And they both have the same matchmaking, except one of them is, of course, a premium tank. However, when it comes to the monster mode, in my opinion, this is the most fun one to play. That's just in my opinion. I think this is the most fun to play. I love sneaking around and just being invisible. And you also have an amazing gun that can penetrate Goryniches, which is the best, not the funnest, the best tank on the battlefield in those modes. So I really, really enjoy the Kraft Panther, for sure. We find ourselves on Satter Dunkelheit. Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. And we're top tier in the Kraft Panther. In the Kraft Panther. No problem. We're gonna go to the right. I want to go to this little pocket I like going to. I think my tank might be a little bit too tall for this, but I want to give it a go. But we are going to be intercepted, and it's not going to work out. But that is fine, because we get to show you the brawling capabilities of this tank while you're fighting tanks that are lower tier than you and stand no chance. And actually, the main reason I'm showing this replay is because of the sniping abilities. We do a lot of sniping, and I just want to show off the gun at range. Here we go, T25-2. Look at this on-the-move accuracy. You cannot get that any better unless you throw food on, because we do have vents, we do have brothers in arms, we do have a good crew. You cannot get that any better. You cannot take vertical stabilizer. We have this Hellcat 105 HMC. He shoots us with his big old gun, and we have this little tier 5 T34. And he's not really doing anything. He penned us. It's whatever. This guy's going to shoot us again. Nope, we ram him. Look how hard we just rammed him for. And there's nothing he can do. We kill him. We need to get our armor around to this guy now. He keeps penning us. But now that our armor is around, this tank obviously has the same hull as a Panther 5.4. And you know what tier 5s can do to Panther 5.4s. Nothing. And so because of that, this guy does nothing to us. Easy peasy. There's a T25-2, and we're unable to hit. The 2.5 seconds aim time is brutal on this tank. It is brutal. And that's where the Panther is just better, is because the Panther has a 2.3 seconds aim time. The Panther, that makes the Panther so much better. And here comes a KV, or a T150. He does not have the big gun. That's good news. We're able to put 2 shells in him before he can reload. Now we're going to pull back. He gets hit really hard there. He would be dumb to poke out again, right? He's poking out again. We put a shell into him, and he bounces off of our hull harmlessly, and he dies to T34 2GFT. There we go. And now we've got some shots up there. Will we find any? No, not yet. Not yet. We still have these 3 tank destroyers. Make that 2 scorpions over here that we need to deal with, and they're in a really annoying position. As you can see, anytime you poke around, that guy gets shot. If we didn't take those hits from the, what was it? The Hellcat 105 HMC, this would be a whole lot easier. I might rush those scorpions because they don't have the best DPM and ram one for like all of his health, because this is in fact a German Panther, and ramming with German Panthers is awesome. You really can't go wrong. Panthers, E50s, you name it, they can ram, and they're fun. Even the tier 6 VK 3001M, I think is what it's called, that thing can ram as well. It's pretty phenomenal. Hey, we spotted somebody because we have optics. It's a KV-85. Alright, accuracy. I was just boasting about 0.32 accuracy. Let's see it hit some shots. First one misses. Look at the reload. It's pretty long. There we go. That one hits. The Comet puts this thing to shame. You pick up accuracy and you pick up penetration, but you lose gun handling and you lose rate of fire. In fact, you lose alpha 135. I believe the Comet is 145. So, yeah. The Comet puts this thing to shame. If this thing had to fight a Comet would shred it. This is not the greatest brawling tank. As you can see, we used our speed to kind of get into a position, and now we're going to snipe. And that's what we're going to do for the rest of this game. And that's kind of how you have to play this tank in World of Tanks. It's kind of snipey snipe, because you are going to die if you brawl. Unless you're fighting lower tiers, which we were, you're going to die. Can we hit that cupola? No, we can't hit that cupola. We went 1 for 3 on him right there, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm switching sides because I have a feeling that guy's going to try to blind fire us. It seems like he's aiming at something, but I don't think anything's spotting because he can't spot anything. There we go. There's an accurate shot. Can we put another accurate shot in? We change our mind because that is an easier target to hit. The M6. And then he goes away. So now we're going to put the shell into this guy again. And it flies straight. So yeah, you're seeing the accuracy work. It's German accuracy. So some games it's going to just blow your mind. We missed. That was our fault. But we hit someone else behind him. I thought maybe it's the Tiger 131. It was not the Tiger 131. It was the Bishop behind him that we hit. I checked my minimap to see who it could have been. And I'm like, oh, it's got to be the Tiger 131. It's not the Tiger 131. But look. Can we put a shell into him? Nope. Switch our attention back to this guy. Look at this accuracy. Ready? Boom. Look at that. 0.32 accuracy with a good crew with vents. It's probably down to 0.29 or 0.3 right now. That's amazing. It's amazing. And with our 198 millimeters of penetration, unless we hit the gun of the M6, which we just did, there's no possible way we're ever bouncing off of him, as we bounce off of him there. I think we hit him in the gun, or maybe it did go low. But there's the arty. Do we have a nice little shot on him? We do not have a shot on the artillery there, and he's going to get away. And the Tiger 131 is going to be up top on the hill, and we're not going to get to him in time, so we're going to cut this out. Victory, all enemy vehicles destroyed. He actually got shotgunned by artillery, and artillery full penned him, if I'm not mistaken. 2,600 damage, not the greatest. We get our, well, we have 2 marks of excellence. We get the high caliber, only a first class, but that's okay. It kind of demonstrated the tank, and that's what I wanted it to do. Even though we were fighting lower tiers, we still showed off the accuracy, and you showed how easily this thing can get wrecked, because the hit points are pretty good. 1,200 is really good on a tier 7 medium, but the armor doesn't really back it up, and the rate of fire doesn't back it up, and the gun handling doesn't back it up. However, the accuracy is phenomenal on the tank. So what does the Kraft Panther do in the Awakened mode? Well, it's invisible, it has no silhouette, and it appears as a dead tank. There he is. We requested fire. Hopefully they're getting rid of that feature, because I kind of hate that. But do you see him? Where is he? There he is! He just shot us. That is the Kraft Panther. And look at it. Every time it moves, it lights up. And you see, we're trying to push shells into his turret, because that is the weak spot. You have to shoot it in the turret to do full damage. If you do not shoot it in the turret, you're going to do less damage. And now our ally is now going to reload and hopefully finish him off. Yes, he does. He finishes him off. Is what makes the Revenant so special and so much fun, in my opinion. Here's another clip. This time we're in the Gorynych, and we'll be fighting one in just a second, anytime now. There he is. Yes, he's shooting HE. He can actually damage me with AP shells. See, there he is. That's him right there, I think. Can we shoot him? Shoot his cupola? No, we missed. That's not actually him, is it? No, that's not him. That's a dead one. He's behind the dead one. He's using the dead one as cover, and it makes it very, very difficult. It makes them very dangerous tanks, unless they're shooting HE. Another thing about the tank is it will spawn randomly on the map. It will not spawn with the rest of the team. That's another thing that, in my opinion, is pretty cool. Is, of course, that they will not spawn with the rest of the team. You have to find them. They're just really fun. They're a cool concept, and I have had the most fun platoon with Zeta with these things. I sold it a long time ago, before YouTube days. I sold it. What a dumb reason to sell a tank, guys. It's just because it's not fun in pubs. Don't do that. And here's an example of the tank spawning in a random location. That guy spotted. The Revenant is the slowest tank on the battlefield. I think minus the Kaiju. I don't know which one's slower. This guy hits us on the move. And we're gonna have to kill you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your tank is pretty useless. We got damage. Where'd this guy go? Where is he? He's shooting at us. He shot us again. I don't think I use... There he is. We found him now. We got you now. Gotta go around this. Where'd he go? He's hard to keep track of. There he is again. You see him now. This is gonna be a difficult kill. Can we get him? Can we get him? There he is. We've drive past another Revenant, but now we've got him in our sights. No! I don't know what I was doing, but he killed us. I must have got confused. This was a year ago, so I do not remember what was going through my mind. Maybe somebody was talking to me. Maybe I was on the phone. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I would be surprised if I was just an idiot. But he kills us. We're dead. He got us. That's the Kraft Panther. So, is it something you guys are going to pick up? Let me know in the comments below. Is it something you want? Let me know. And like I said, in the monster mode, my opinion, it's the most fun tank to play. Okay, it only goes 20, yes, but it's hilariously fun. It really is. It really is. But in the public matches, it might not be worth it. If you already have a bunch of premiums, though, and you're not going to be using the Revenant to make credits or anything like that, then yeah, I highly recommend the Revenant for the game mode. However, if you are getting a tank to both dual wield in the mode and in the public matches, I would recommend the Lycan or the Hollunhund. So there is that. That's my opinion on the tank. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Make sure you go check out Space Bandit, GotADingy's YouTube's links in the description below. And I'll see you guys all later. It looks like I did go AFK actually, because I haven't even moved my screen. Take care, everyone, and peace out.